this, right? Some of you are abandoning the controlling hand early, right? Where all of a sudden you're swimming and you're dissolving your grips completely, right? You don't want to do that, right? Don't do that. Ew. Right? What do I mean by that? All of a sudden, right, we're here swimming, but because me and Tony are being friends and we're not being opponents, we're like, oh, buddy, what's up? Cool, right? The thing is, if all of a sudden, if I feel that, like Tony's swimming his hand underneath and he loses that, dog, I'm just gonna go for the elbow right out the grate, like right there, right? So it's one of those things that I have to make sure that as I switch, I still keep this grip until that one's ready to take its place.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Right? Now, let's talk about a plum escape, just because it's where you all end up and it's where it always sucks, right? So, right, partner's gonna go in, right? They're gonna go in. Double inside control. We call this plum, right? Tie for clinch, right? He's squeezing in. The biggest thing that I wanna make sure, I'm keeping a security hand, right? If I have no grips, he can just pull me straight down. And I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, right? It's one of those things that as I'm in plum, I'm still fighting here. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna get an over grip. I'm gonna try to tie in to stay close. The other thing is I'm gonna cheat a hand in. Now, if Tony's good at plum, he's gonna use his elbow to defend. That is totally fine, because now I have a controlling grip. I have a hand ready and primed to shoot through. So I'm gonna step, and I'm gonna get centrifugal force. Help me punch through this gap, right? Here's the thing, like I say, I'm going in, and Tony goes for plum again. Right? I'm fighting my hand. He is using his elbow to fight through, and I can't get that clear shot. Totally fine. I have a controlling grip. I'm going to use my step. I'm going to punch through and break in. Because all of a sudden, if I have an arm in the inside and he has an arm on the inside, I'm back in a competitive position. If he has both arms on the inside and he's controlling me and I'm not doing jack shit to do anything about it, he has got a great advantage over me. So my biggest thing is to break and get to a hand to the inside. So once again, over tie, in. Partner starts to defend it using their elbow, blocking my hand through. I step and I punch through as I step and turn. Good? Did we get here? All right, let's go. Let's work a little bit of a trick off of this, right? So it's one of those things. Whoop. Oh, there we go. Right? Where, okay, you see that that's how they broke plum. Totally fine. I'm going to set up a trap. I'm basically going to set into a standing head and arm triangle from this. Right? So, I go in, I get into plum. Tony does exactly what we did. He over ties in, he punches a hand through, he's trying to punch. So he pulls, right? From here, as he does it, I'm going to get my hands. Do I use the microphone? Oh, that's the microphone.
You put it on me.
Yeah. Oh, here, I got it. I'll put it.
I got it there.
In there. Right on the throat. There it is. Guttural voice here. All right. Now, so, all's on him in. I've got my plum. Tony over ties to try to break it, which is totally fine. He punches the hand through and he twists. As he twists, I get my hand to the outside arm, right? My goal here is to punch this through and get up in here, right? Once again, I want to get used to the idea of using my own wrist because I don't have hands. I can't use a gable. So I grab my own wrist with the hook and I pinch my elbows in and I stay close to Tony, right? Now we're going to talk about how to escape from this too, right? So, once again, Tony gets me in plum, right? He knows that I love to do this thing where I try to sneak my hand in and sneak through. Cool, he punches through, traps my hand, right? So like, you start to freak out, and here's what I'll tell you. Do not turn this way, right? Because once again, the more you open up and out, boom, the easier you make this knee to the body. My goal is to square back up. Awesome. It's all good, right? So from here, thumb to the floor as I turn around. Cool. I'm just breaking posture. If you try to muscle out of this, right, watch this. So I can squeeze as tight as you can. All of a sudden I start to turn my hand and pull my thumb. I'm using a more mechanical structure in my shoulder to help provide this turn, right? So think about getting your thumb, and like we're gladiator times. We're going from thumb up to thumb down. Boom. Right? As soon as I can break posture, great, this is where we're at. Right? So one last time. Right? Partner comes up. I'm gonna over tie. Right? I'm gonna try to shove my hand through as I turn, but Tony predicts this. Traps my arm, gets me in the head arm triangle here. Right? From here, thumb goes up, thumb goes down and out as I break this gap. Boom. Good. Let's get it. Just recognize position, right? This thumb out is good. I like to set up a sweep off this just as well, right? Same sweep that we did a couple weeks ago before we went on hiatus for a week, right? Right, so, right, Tony hits me with the plum, right? I try to work my way through. He senses that through, pushes this arm as I try to turn, gets that arm triangle as we're in, right? Through. Totally fine. Once again, the only thing that I need to remember is look at my right leg and look at Tony's right leg. I'm right here, right? So, in conjunction with this, I knock this out with my knee. Losing my microphone left and right.
I have to loosen up in the clinch.
Yeah, I know, right? So, once again, he's got me in this triangle, right? I have to recognize position because, once again, once Tony takes my back, if he goes too far back, right, the ref will just call the break. So it's in his priority to keep me here in front so he can keep scoring knees underneath, right? So, from here, once again, knee to leg. I am pushing through as I turn, and I'm twisting my thumb down, and I'm popping through. One of the other things you can do to add to this, as soon as I feel a little bit of a gap, and as I push, my hand goes to the lat, and I just keep Tony spinning. And that's what helps me get through this, right? So I'll let Tony do it to me, right? All of a sudden, I've got the plum, right? Tony's feeling the twist. I'm feeling him trying to push through with his other hand. So as he twists me through and tries to punch that hand, I drive up and I get underneath. I've got the twist. Now, once again, he's not panicking. He's keeping his body close to me. He's trying to stay relatively square. And then, as he goes to the turn, he pops my leg out and pulls me around. It should be small. If you're doing a huge twist and a huge movement, you're doing too much, right? So it should be in that moment of my arm spinning down and my knee spinning through. Good? All right, let's get it.